During my last year of college at Emory, I knew where I was going to seminary to prepare for ordained ministry. Although there were Presbyterian seminaries in Louisville and Atlanta, I was going to Union Seminary in Richmond, Virginia. Beginning in 1875, my father's grandfather had been a Baptist preacher in Richmond, Atlanta, and Louisville. A century later, I reversed the cities and the denomination. I had two connections at Union that sealed the deal. My junior high youth leader, Bill Carl, was now a preaching professor and would teach me to translate Greek, the original language of the New Testament. My associate pastor through all my youth, Bill Arnold, was a professor of pastoral care. When I made a pre-enrollment visit to Union Seminary, I stayed in his home in November. I guess that's why my mom was a little surprised the following January when she called and asked if I'd heard from Union yet. My answer was no. Mom was concerned in February when she asked if I'd heard anything, and I said no. She was agitated 2 weeks later and frantic 2 weeks after that. Finally, she said, "I'm calling Bill Arnold. I can't believe you're not accepted yet." My mom called Bill to complain about the delay in my acceptance, and he said he'd personally check with the registrar to see if there was a problem. A few hours later, he called to tell her, "Wallace hasn't sent in an application yet." So, when Mom's scolding me turned to accusing me of lying to her, I responded, "I didn't lie. You didn't ask if I'd applied. You asked if I'd heard." Sensing my legal tactic had failed, I added, "Besides, there's an essay question on the application, and I hate essays." Little did I realize I was seeking a lifelong vocation where putting off all forms of essays till the last minute would be a way of life, including today. Two life lessons from that scolding I invite you to learn, if you can learn anything without suffering. First, when you plan something that affects others, you need to find a way to tell them about it. Communication is key. Second, the rule of no need for two of us to worry about it is true. In leadership, ministry, marriage, working, parenting, homework assignments, addiction, the more I anxiously worry about something, the less you'll have to. And the less I worry, the more you will. No need for two of us to worry about it. How might you try observing, learning, and acting on those two lessons in these anxious times?